Most of you have set goals, but you're never going to achieve them because your goals aren't the problem, you are. And what you need to understand is every single part of this diagram in order to achieve your goal, because it's not by doing more. It's actually about the beliefs you hold, about your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, and the beliefs and the identity, okay, based on programming. So bear with me because we're going to go through each one step by step. And what I'm going to do by the end of this, you'll have a really, really good understanding of how to actually go out and achieve that goal. So the first part of this, and what you need to understand, is your conscious mind. So what is your conscious mind? So your conscious mind is actually the part of your brain, the prefrontal cortex part of your brain, which is responsible for the thoughts, the plans, and the analysis part, okay? So it's very logical. So what you do, you consciously set career goals in here, like, oh, I want to work at JP Morgan as an analyst, or I want to earn 6 figures, or I want to become a millionaire, or I want to become a content creator, I want to travel the world, quit my 9 to 5. Whatever your goal is, it originates in your conscious mind. To you, this feels like, oh, if I just say it, this is what's in control and I'm going to get it. I just need to act on it. No. Your subconscious is actually what's responsible and dictates what you are going to achieve. Okay? So you have an illusion of control. You're not actually in control. Your subconscious is running the show. So now you ask, Abiha, what is your subconscious brain? So your subconscious brain is a set of past programs. Now, what is this? It's responsible and it holds all your core identity beliefs, whether they're limiting, whether they're positive, core beliefs on how you actually see the world. It's where you store your emotions from childhood, whether you're anxiously attached, whether you're avoidant, and patterns and habits. So you're actually acting on all of these automatically because they're so ingrained into you, into your brain, into identity, that you're not even aware you're doing these because they're so unconscious. But what you need to understand is the subconscious is only based on what is in the past. And this is what is familiar to you. So anything that is familiar to you is stored in your subconscious brain, okay? That's why you act the way you do in your day-to-day life. It's all because your subconscious is actually running the show, not your conscious. So now, how do we make a little link here, okay? What we need to understand is past, present, and future, and how these kind of all interchangeably tie in together. So let's isolate this for a second. We've had an understanding of this. We need to now understand this before we merge these two together, okay? So your past is built, obviously, from your past experiences. So whatever you were programmed to believe as a child. So whether you were told certain beliefs growing up, what was repeated to you, what you've been repeated to yourself. If obviously these have been imprinted and repeated to you, whether you've been repeating them to yourself over a set number of years, by the way, because your brain is very impressionable up until the age of 8, and it kind of just absorbs everything you've been told like a sponge. And that is what your current day outlook is like. So your past, anything you've been told, any limits you have, these have formed your memories, the emotions you actually feel, whether you're anxious or how you show up and how you see the world, and your habits. So whether you're a morning person or a night person, these are all repeated behaviors in who you've been. So now just making a bit of a common link and for an aha moment, your past forms your subconscious, okay? So anything you've been told, whether you have limits. So let me give an example of a limit. If you were told to be more realistic, or you were told people like us don't make it, or 30k is a great salary, your current worldview would be very much influenced, heavily influenced by those beliefs right now, okay? So now, let's go into the present. The present is where you currently think you're actually choosing. So based on these memories, emotions, and habits, you're currently making your decisions, which are dictating your behavior, okay? So these are dictating how you show up, what you actually go for. And this is the crazy part, because it feels like choice. It feels like you have free will, but it's not, okay? Anything that was projected to you in your past is literally how you're going to show up in your present. So no matter what goal you set of, I'm going to become a millionaire, your identity and your subconscious, your identity cannot sustain it because your past beliefs are projecting into your present and you believe that you are fundamentally not worthy of that career that you want to achieve. What you need to understand, Whenever you set a goal in your subconscious mind, you're not acting from a place of those goals. You're acting from the identity that you have, which is based on your past. And now it gets even crazier. No matter what you go out to try and achieve, your brain always tries and predicts the future based on the past. So let's tie it in again. Let's use a specific example. If you were told, don't follow your passions, or your passions will never be monetized, or you'll never be able to earn from them, your present day beliefs, aka your decisions and behavior, will be, oh, okay, my passions, they're never going to get monetized anyway, so what's the point of following my passion? I just have to work in a job, be in the rat race, and, just live a life I hate for the rest of my life, because I know, and I've been told that these passions will never, ever get me the life I want. That's bullshit. But based on that, your brain is going to predict the future. So if you see a career where, let's say, you want to be a content creator and you're really passionate about creating content, but you were told that your passions are not sustainable, you're going to always doubt yourself from taking the leap or becoming a content creator, because you're going to subconsciously talk yourself out of it, because you're going to be telling yourself, I'm not going to apply, I'm not going to hit post, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to make that piece of content because I know it's not going to get monetized anyway. What's the point? So it's actually stopping you from taking that step, no matter what goal you set, because you do not believe you can. Your subconscious past and present is holding you back. Now, this is the core connection that you need to understand. Your past is your subconscious brain. Your subconscious brain feeds your present behavior, and your present behavior dictates the outcomes of your future. So what you need to understand, even if you set a goal, nothing new is being created, because you will only ever achieve what your subconscious believes you can, okay? And it's just being repeated. And that's why it's creating this level of mismatch, this burnout, this frustration. You're setting goals from here, but you're acting from here. So of course, you're never going to get anywhere. No matter what you do, you are not applying differently. You are not showing up differently. You're showing up as the identity of a person who doesn't embody the goals of their future. So of course, your career is going to stay the same. So one actionable thing that I'm going to tell you: the same thoughts and the same emotions will always create the same future, unless you interrupt the current thought pattern in the process. What you need to do whenever you catch yourself having one of these thoughts, ask yourself one question for the next 30 days, and this is going to be game changing. How would the version of me, let's say your goal is to make 10k a month, how would the 10k version of me actually show up and embody throughout the day? Because when you make that slight shift and you're actually conscious of how you show up, you will start making different decisions. You will start thinking, oh wait, this is a limiting belief. The 10k version of me would never be doing this, so I need to change it and act differently. And over time, the more you do that, the more it's going to reinforce a new neural pathway, a new neural connection, new beliefs, installing these new beliefs, which is going to create different future outcomes. Change your identity, change your subconscious patterns that align, that subconscious needs to align with the conscious, and you will get what you want. Remember, your goals are not the problem, you are. Change this. You can join my school community free for 7 days, where I show you literally how to rewire your identity over the next 90 days and change your life forever. And for more content like this, hit follow.